C and B and A. But it all depends on your effort, on the effort you put. Okay, that's what it depends on. Now, the maths paper is designed in a way such that no one should fail. So you all say maths hard. Some say maths is hard, but the maths paper is designed by the government such that no student should fail. No one should fail. That's the rule. They have to design the paper like that because O level is your first main exam. No, if you fail maths, you fail O level. No, so they can't design a paper very hard so that everyone will fail. Their goal is not to make everyone fail. Their goal is to not let everyone get an A. So maths paper is very difficult to get an A. It's very difficult. You have to work lots and lots of time. Like you have to put loads of time and work into the paper and into your studies to get an A. But to pass, to get a simple pass, an S, it's very easy. If you're on a W level now, you can target and study and get an S. Okay. So just from this time, it will be possible, but you have to focus only on maths. That's a bit difficult now. But if you work properly and focus more on maths and less on the other subjects, if your other subjects are very good and maths is what you are in a W level, that means you can work only for maths and get an S pass. So that's how the maths paper is designed. Anyhow, this is just a simple idea about the maths paper so that you are clear. Now I'll erase all of this and come to today's work. So in today's session, what is going to happen is we are going to discuss paper 2. So in the next session, there are 2 sessions now. Today is session 1 for maths. I will discuss paper 2 type questions. We have given lots of questions from all question types. And the next tutor, Miss Alia, will be discussing paper 1 with you. So now, let's go to our work. Turn to page number 12 in your tute. Right.
Hi, sir. The video seems not to be clear. Cannot see
Sorry?
what is being written on the board clearly. The video,
Okay.
screen video is not
We'll fix that.
clear. Can't see what is in the board.
Okay, we'll fix that. Thank you. So give me a second, guys. We'll fix that and be right back. It's clear now, right? Drop me in the text then.
Still not clear.
Is it the same for everyone? So then it might be my connection issue. Just quickly let me know in the text. Is everyone feeling the same way or?
Still, it is not clear.
Not clear, no? It should be fine now. Let me know.
It is fine.
Fine, no? Is it okay for everyone? Yeah, okay, perfect. Right. Now, if you consider your part 2 paper, I will quickly give you your part 2 paper structure, or you can say paper 2 paper structure. If you don't know it already, copy it down. If you knew it, then it's fine. Just watch. It's divided into two as paper A and or part A and part B. Now there are 6 questions in part A. So first question will be the order is not fixed. And in part B, we have arithmetic progression and geometric progression. So we can simply say progressions. And we have constructions, volume, sets, and two geometry questions, circular geometry and triangular geometry. These are the 12 questions. Of this, mostly these questions will definitely come in part A, usually. Okay. Once they might actually change it, but usually these will definitely come in part A. And these will definitely come in part B. So this volume and trigonometry, it has shifted places once or twice, but others have not. Usually they come exactly in this part. So we can't expect that to be true all the time. But what we can say for sure is this is the whole question paper structure, paper question structure. Understood? In this, you have to select 5. In this, you have to select 5. Now, usually the tough questions are, easy questions are graph is really easy, percentage will be really easy, frequency distribution really easy. And then on the other hand, construction is a very easy question. Arithmetic progression is somewhat okay, right? Volume is, if you know the concept, it's very easy. Sets is easy, but sometimes confusing. Geometry is not difficult if you don't have the practice. 100, I am not going to sugarcoat this. If you don't have geometry practice, it's best to avoid geometry. Both the geometry. It's a waste of time. Without practice, you can't do geometry. Any of these other lessons, if I teach you the whole theory today itself I let you attempt a question, you will attempt it and you will be able to do the question. But geometry is not that kind of chapter. If I teach you the theories today and ask you to do today itself you'll struggle. The geometry needs loads and loads of practice. So if you don't have the practice, forget it. So that's what geometry is. Trigonometry, very easy if you know the theory. Okay? Simultaneous quadratics are moderate. So we'll start with these three: graph, percentage, and frequency distribution. And then we will do here and there. I'll choose the questions that are mostly requested by y'all and which are mostly difficult. And we will do the session today. We'll try to cover all the questions as much as possible within the 3 hour time. But I don't think that'll be possible. But if it is, very good. If it's impossible, then fine. So we'll maximize the time we have. We'll maximum utilize the time. Okay. Right. So have you written down the structure? Those who don't know the structure, have you written it down? Right. So I'll erase it and take screenshots most of the time. We won't have time to write everything. So what I will do is choose a question, like for example, percentage, and I will explain the basic theories behind that question, behind the percentage question, and let you attempt the question. Before that, there are two questions now. If you consider a section, each section, there are two questions. So I will explain one question and let you attempt one. So first of all, theory, basic theories, I will recap and then I will explain one question and let you attempt the next question. This is how this session is going to go. Okay. Right. So we'll start off with percentage itself. Right. What is percentage? What is percentage? Percentage is if you take a thing out of 100, how much that is, that is what we call as percentage. So for example, let's say your maths marks is 50 out of 100. Then your teacher will write it like this, and then she will write it as a percentage like this, 50%. If your maths marks is over 75%, okay, that means you get an A no. That means what? Your mark should be greater than 75, equal to, greater than or equal to 75 over 100. So 75% means 75 over 100. So in that case, what is 2%? 2% means 2 over 100. What is 20%? 20% means 20 over 100. So this is percentage in a nutshell, basically. Okay. This is number one. This is what percentage is. Expressing anything as a fraction of 100 is what we call as percentage. But that's not the main important thing. The thing is, we can express anything as a percentage of anything else. So for example, your ages are mostly 16. Okay, your age is 16. Now, if we want to express your age as a percentage of my age, it can be done. So your age can be expressed as a percentage of my age. Likewise, anything can be expressed as a percentage of anything else. So how to do this? Your age is 16. My age is, even if you believe it or not, 20. So how to express your age as a percentage of my age? First of all, you write your age as a fraction of my age, like this. Then you multiply it by 100. This is how you express it as a percentage. So how to do that? You simplify, you cut the 0 and 0, you cut the 2 and 5. So answer is 80%. That means if my age is the total, if my age is 20, you have completed 80% of my age. You're almost there. 16 means almost close to 20, no? Just in the same way, my sister, my brother who is 10, has only completed how much? 50% of my age. He has only completed half of my age. I can say I have lived twice your lifetime. If my age is 20, his is 10. He has only completed 50% of my age. So this is how you can express anything as a percentage of anything else. Right. I hope you understood that. Now in our syllabus, we have 4 kinds of things in percentage. Percentage chapter it comes in grade 10 as well as grade 11. In grade 10, we have taxes and simple interest. In grade 11, we have reducing balance and compound interest. So taxes and simple interest, then reducing balance and compound interest. Okay. Now, usually tax and simple interest will come in part 1, part B. So the thing that we are going to focus on in part 2 is reducing balance and compound interest. Okay. Right. First of all, we'll see compound interest. Compound interest means interest keeps increasing. That is basically compound interest in a nutshell. Because simple interest, in simple interest is fixed. It won't change no matter what. Interest won't increase or decrease. In compound interest is actually increasing. How does that work? So take a person X. He is giving person Y. Okay, Y, X, Y. We'll go with proper names. Say I am Ishaaq. So my friend is there, Nasif. Okay. So what's going to happen? I am going to give my friend Nasif a loan of 1,000 rupees because he asked for me. He was like, give me a loan of 1,000. So I gave it. But after giving the loan, I'm saying, it's like this, Nasif. I'm giving you the loan, but I can't give you for free. So when you give me back the loan, you have to pay me more. You have to pay me greater than 1,000. You have to pay me interest as well. So that extra money is what we call as interest. No? So Nasif was very desperate and he needed money so badly. So even though it's haram, I am doing a sin anyhow. But even though it's a sin, he accepted. Okay, fine, whatever. I need the money very badly, so I am accepting. Right? So then I am saying, okay, so give me back the loan with 10% simple interest. That's the deal. So okay, we both agree. Then how much should he pay back? Let's say he's paying back the loan in 2 months. So I said 10% simple interest monthly. Then Nasif will pay me back the loan in 2 months. So if he borrows the money January, from me he's borrowing January, then February, then March, he will pay me back 1,000 with some interest. So how much is that interest is what we're going to calculate. Okay. So how much is that interest? Thousands, 10% is how much? We can cut the zeros up and down. We can cut the zeros like this. So the value is 100, no? So 10% of 1,000 is 100. That means he's paying every 2 months now. He's paying in 2 months now. So first month he has to pay me 100 interest. And second month also he has to pay me 100 interest. Totally, I lost 1,000, gained 1,200. This is simple interest. It won't change. So the interest we calculated as 100 will never change. So suddenly Nasif was like, bros, I had an emergency. I can't pay it back to you in 2 months. I'll pay it back to you in 3 months. In April, I'll pay. Then April also, just an extra 100 will be added. That 100 is what? Another month's interest. Every month, same interest. So money will be 1,000. Totally, he'll pay me back. He took 1,000 from me, paid me 1,300. So if he delays by another month, another 100 will be added. If he delays by another month, another 100 will be added. Just 100. We calculated this 100. That 100 is not going to change. It's always fixed. This is simple interest. Okay. But now I'm saying, Nasif, I want back the money. And I'm asking, how long will you take to pay? Nasif is like, okay, I'll take 3 months. No, he's saying I'll give it back to you in 2 months. I'm like, okay, give it back to me in 2 months. But you should pay me 10% compound interest monthly. Give me 10% compound interest monthly. That means, what is that? So let's calculate how much is 10% of 1,000. 1,000 into 10 over 100. That is again 100, no? It's the same 100. So 10% of 1,000 is 100. So Nasif borrows the money in January, February, March, he says he'll pay it back. How much is he borrowing? He's borrowing 1,000. So first month, 1,000's 10%. So 100. So we'll do it like this. Month 1. 1,000 into 10 over 100 equal 100 rupees. This is the interest. for the first month. Now, when we come to month 2, here 10% is calculated, right? But that 10% is not calculated for 1,000. Then it will be simple interest. The 10% is calculated for the money he already owes me, 1,000, plus the new interest. Newly there's another interest, no, 100. First month's interest. That will be added. And for this new month amount only, interest will be calculated. So for 1,100 only, we will calculate 10%. That is 110. See, the second month's interest has increased. In simple interest, every month same interest. In compound interest, second month's or second year's interest has increased to 110. So then this time he has to pay me back 1,000 plus 110 also. So totally he took 1,000 from me and paid me 1,210. That extra 10. Suddenly, like last time, he encountered another emergency and he couldn't pay it in March. And he has to pay back on April. No. That means another month. Month 3. Then for now, for how much will interest be calculated? 1,000 is the money he owed plus first month's interest plus second month's interest. That means for 1,210 only 10% will be calculated. So the second month's interest is how much? 121. That means he takes 1,000 from me and he has to pay back 1,331 rupees. Right? So interest keeps increasing. See, first month's interest is 100. Second month's interest is 110. Third month's interest is 121. Fourth month's interest will be even higher. So interest keeps increasing, increasing and increasing. It keeps compounding. This is what we call as compound interest. Okay. So compound interest questions will usually come connected with share market. So compound interest questions will come connected with share market. Okay. So there is not much in share market. I will explain it with the question. So this is compound interest. Then we'll do the question and see how can it be done. Right, turn to page 12. Right, nice question. Amal takes a loan of 50,000 rupees from a bank for 2 years at an annual simple interest of 12%. So now it's simple interest. So Amal is there. He takes a loan of 50,000 from a bank with annual simple interest of 12%. Find the total interest he has to pay for the 2 years. That means first let's calculate how much is 12% of 50,000. So 50,000 into 12 over 100. This is how you calculate percentage of something. So what is 50% of 5,000? That is 5,000 into 50 over 100. We can cut and chop and get. So 50,000 into 12 over 100 means you can cut this 0, and this 0, this 0. For this you cut this, for this you cut this. So you'll end up with 500 into 12. That is 6,000. 500 into 12 is 6,000. So this is interest for 1 year. For the first year, 6,000. Simple interest, no. So interest won't change. So for second year also another 6,000. Interest for 2 year, second year. So total interest for 2 years is how much? 6,000 into 2, 12,000. So this is the interest for first year. So interest, we can write total interest equal 6,000 into 2 equals 12,000 rupees. So he borrowed 50,000, but the interest itself 12,000. Okay. So this is the first question's answer. Amal deposits the loan amount he obtained in a fixed deposit account that pays an annual interest of 15% compound. So Amal borrowed this money. Now Amal has a brain which he uses, unlike most of us. We have a brain, but for the sake of having a brain, no, we don't use it. We borrow others' brain and only we use. Okay. But Amal is not like that. Amal is very smart. He's using his brain. What he's doing, he borrowed 50,000 from the bank and he's going to another bank and depositing that money in another bank. So 50,000 deposited, and this bank pays 15% compound interest for 2 years. He's borrowing 50,000 with 12% simple interest. He's depositing it, which gives him 15% compound interest. This happens for 2 years. So he borrows and puts in the bank. So for 2 years, this money he took and put there. That's all. Find the amount in the account at the beginning of the second year. So after first year ends, how much will be there in this account? That's the second question. So we'll calculate the interest. So first year means, what is the only thing that's left? First year means what's the only thing that's inside the account? 50,000. No. So for 50,000 only we calculate interest. 50,000 into 15 over 100 because 15%. You can cut this and this. So 500 into 15, that is 7,500. This is the interest for first year. So at the end of the first year, how much will be there in his account? 57,500 will be there. This is the second question's answer. At the beginning of the second year means at the end of the first year. Next up, they're saying at the end of the 2 years, he withdraws the total amount in his fixed deposit account. At the end of 2 years, he is withdrawing the total amount and settle his bank loan, show that he now has more than 4,000 rupees. So now I'm going to erase this, but I will mark down the important points. So total interest he has to pay for the bank is 12,000. So if we take bank 1, if we consider bank 1, borrowed 50,000, interest he has to pay 12,000. If you consider bank 2, deposited 50,000, interest he got how much? That we have to calculate. So at the end of the first year, how much is there in his account? 57,500, no? Then second year, for what will interest be calculated? For 57,500. You can cut this and this. So 575 into 15. So how much is that? We have to multiply and only see. My brain is not working right now. 5 into 7, 35, 37, 3, 5 into 5, 25, 28, and 5, 7, 5. 5, 2, 6, 8. 8,625 is the second year's interest. So interest for the first year equal 7,500. Interest for the second year equal 8,625. So totally, how much does he have? The total interest is how much? 16,125. 16,125. Okay, right. So this is the data. Now after the 2 years ended, he still owes the bank 12,000 and 50,000. And now he in the bank he has 50,000 and extra 16,125. So how much does he owe the bank? 62,000. How much does he have in his second bank? 66,125. So from 66,125, if we subtract the amount he has to give the next bank, 62,000, how much will be remaining? 4,125 will be remaining. 4,125 is greater than 4,000 now. Therefore, Amal has greater than 4,000 in his hand. This is the question. Okay. Do you understand the question and how to do compound interest? Compound interest means interest is calculated for the money that is in the account or that you should give in that exact moment. Simple interest means interest is calculated for the initial amount. Compound interest means interest is calculated at the beginning of every year or every month. Okay, right. Copy this down actually. By the way, if they ask you to show that Amal has greater than 4,000, this statement is very important. That 4,125 is remaining. You find that and you have to show that this is greater than this. Then you have to write this. Huh? You have to write this. For these two together, there will be 1 mark. Many people don't show this. They just find this and finish. No, no. These two statements are important because they are asking you to show. No, they are asking you to show. That means you have to show like this. Okay. Okay. So next, what you all do? Turn to page number 13. Okay. Turn to page number 13, and in that there is a question numbered as 1. So there's a question up numbered as 2. No. Likewise, there's a question down numbered as 1. So do that question numbered as 1's first part. Try that question. I'll explain it after that. I'll give you like a few minutes. Not that difficult. I'll give around 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. Right. So page number 13, I said second question. That is the question that is numbered as 1. Okay. Bank A pays annual compound interest of 10%. So A pays compound interest 10%. The share of finance company B can be purchased for, so one share equal 40 rupees, and annual dividends is 2.5 per share. So now here we have to say one thing. Dividends mean if you buy a share of a company, if you buy one share of a company, that company pays you money at the end of every year. Okay. For example, like let's say a company like Coca-Cola. So Coca-Cola company is a public company. Okay. There are two kinds of company, public and private. I'm not talking about the private companies, public companies like Coca-Cola. They sell their shares. Okay. They sell their shares. You can buy that share for an amount. So Coca-Cola share will be very expensive, obviously. Say, let's say one share of Coca-Cola is 10,000. Let's just say it's 10,000 rupees. You buy a share. At the end of every year, because you bought their share, they will pay you a part of this small amount from their profits called dividend. That'd be like, let's say, 1,000 or something. So that's why they say share market is an investment. You buy shares. So because you bought shares, you'll get dividends. That is one way you get money from share market. Second way is you buy share for a lower price and sell for a higher price. If you bought a share for 10,000, you're going to sell to your friend a Coca-Cola share for 15,000. Let's say Coca-Cola share you're selling for 15,000 because share price has increased. You can sell it. That means you earn 5,000 profit. This is called capital gain. Profit is called capital gain. Okay. Give me a second, guys. Should I erase this also? So A pays compound interest 10% and B's share is 40. They give dividends 2.5. Someone deposits 200,000 rupees in bank A for 2 years. Okay. So 200,000 someone deposits for 2 years. So for first year, how much is interest? 20,000. So at the end of the first year, how much will be there in his account? 220,000. Okay. So then second year, how much is his interest? 22,000. So at the end of the 2 years, how much will be there in his account? 200,000 plus 20,000 plus 22,000. So totally 242,000 will be there in Saman's account. Kamal, this is Saman, Sam. So Kamal purchases shares in company B by investing 200,000. Kamal also has 200,000. Saman also has 200,000. So Saman does this while Kamal is purchasing shares. So one share is 40. No? So for 200,000, if you divide by 40, you get 5,000 shares. Okay, 5,000 shares. After receiving annual dividends at the end of the first year and at the end of the second year, he sells all his shares at 45 rupees. So annual dividend is 2.5 rupees no, for one share. He has 5,000 shares. So how much is the amount he has at the end of first year? We'll see. So you have to multiply 5,000 by 2.5. How to multiply? There are many ways to multiply, but I'll show you one way, simple way. Decimal multiplication. You forget the decimal and just multiply. Okay, no? Then you count how many places decimal is in. 1. So you take 1 and put. So he gets 12,500 for 1 year. But he's getting dividends for 2 years now. So 12,500 into 2, total dividends. So total dividends equal 12,000, 25,000. So 25,000 total dividends. So after that, he's selling a share for 45,000, 45 rupees. He bought for 40 rupees, selling for 45. So 45 per share, he's selling for, yeah, he's selling 5,000 shares. So that is 20, 25, 225,000. So he sold for 225,000. He sold for 225,000. How much is his dividend income? That is another 25,000. Totally, how much will Kamal have? 250,000. Kamal, Cam, right? Show with reasons that the amount Kamal has with him when the annual dividends of the 2 years and the amount he received by selling the shares are added together is 8,000 rupees more than the amount Saman has. So how much does Kamal have? Kamal have 250,000. How much Saman has? 242,000. If you subtract, you get how much? 8,000. So therefore, Kamal has 8,000 more than Saman. This is the way the question is done. So here there is no sub questions. Everything you have to do fully. For this, they will award marks accordingly. So you have to do this part and find how much Saman has at the end of 2 years. You have to do this part and find how much Kamal has at the end of the 2 years. And then you have to subtract these two and find this 8,000. And then you have to write this statement. Therefore, Kamal has 8,000 more than Saman. Okay. So I hope you understood this question. Take a screenshot of this or write it down if you can write fast. Okay. Reducing balance is very easy. There is literally a formula, a set of things that you should do. After then, if you ever get a reducing balance question, you literally just do all of that and then find the final answer. That's all. Okay. But before that, give me a second. Okay. So what do you all do in the poll? In everyone, or not everyone, just put to me, to the co-host, me. Everyone put your most difficult chapters, the chapters that you need for me to cover today from paper two. All of you put to me personally, quickly. Then after percentage, we will focus on the high priority ones that you all need. Useless not doing everything because we can't do everything in 3 hours. So if you all put me what I need to do, then I can do it quickly. So don't put one chapter, like put all the chapters you need in decreasing difficulty. Like put the ones you need most first, and like one geometry, two this, three that, like that. Put everything. I will suggest not to put geometry because we can't do geometry. If you have no knowledge of geometry at all, you can't do it today. Yeah, you have to take time and learn all the theories. That will itself take around 3 hours just to learn all the geometry theorems. So put the chapters. Like right, good. Like area, volume. Likewise, put everything. Volume, trigonometry, graph. Good. Likewise, put. I only got 6 messages, but there are 15 of y'all. So what about the others? Quickly put in the chat what you all need me to do. Okay, trigonometry, trigonometry, trigonometry. Lots of trigonometry is there. So we will focus on the trigonometry next. Then we have volume is also there. Volume, 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 volume. So trigonometry and volume, both of the questions are the ones with highest number of votes. So after percentage, volume. Okay, another volume vote is there. What else? volume, graph, area. Okay. Graph also is there. Area also has some modes. Okay, I'm getting more. Trigonometry, area, trigonometry. Okay, that's it, everyone. So we are discussing okay, formula. Okay, we are discussing trigonometry next. Then we are discussing volume. And if time permits, we'll discuss more. Graphs, area, we'll discuss more. Okay, okay, formula. Formula means I believe you all are talking about the simultaneous equation. Or are you talking about quadratic equation? Ah, subjecting the formula. Oh, that one, that's very easy now. Okay, okay. Then I'll ask one more question. Now that you all are very active, I'll ask a question. Do we need to waste time? I mean, if it's it depends. It's either a waste of time or not, depending on if you need it or not. So, do we need to spend time discussing reducing balance, or do you all already know it very well? And shall we skip to trigonometry? So, the question is this: reducing balance, yes or no? So quickly in chat, put yes or no. Don't put yes or no. If you want, put yes. If you don't, put no quickly. All of you put yes, 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 or no, 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 or yes, no. Okay. I already got an answer. One no, one yes, no, two yes. What else? Uh-huh. Okay, no. Yes, what man? One is putting no, other one is putting yes. Put will. Okay. Done. What else? That's all. Okay. Okay. Got it. Okay. Understood. More. What else? Some are saying to write only the formula, only the reducing balance formula. What else? Only around 8 of you all replied. Okay. Yes. Then? Yes. Okay. That's all. Right. Anyhow, many of you all are saying to discuss. So we'll discuss. Very good. You all are very nice, sweet children now. You all are very attentive and discussing and focusing and answering the questions. Okay, give me a second. Okay. Uh, guys, don't mind that. My siblings have played something and kept. Right. Reducing balance means it's a way of calculating interest. So, for example, this is usually calculated when you buy things in installment. When you buy things in installment, that's when reducing balance is usually calculated. Say, for example, there is a TV. Okay, there's a TV. The price of the TV is, let's say, 600,000. TVs are very expensive no, nowadays. 600,000, 700,000. The TV's price are very expensive these days. There are TVs for 1 million also. So who carries 600,000 in their pockets, man? Who has 600,000 in their pockets? Do people go around with 600,000? No, no. No one has 600,000. How do people buy things like this? Many of us, bikes or phones. Most of us, how do we buy things? Without paying the full amount upfront. We don't pay 600,000 directly and buy. We pay a small advance, a small down payment, and the remaining amount we break it into installments and we pay. That's how things happen. So if you all have elder brothers or someone, if they bought a bike recently or a phone, then you'll know they pay a small amount front, like down payment, advance, and the remaining amount we pay it in installments. That's how people usually buy cars, bike. That is called leasing. No, this is called leasing. People buy things in lease. Same way, leasing is another word for installment. People also call this finance. They say, I bought a car in finance. It's not, that's a wrong word. You don't use the word finance. You should use lease or installment. Okay. So I bought a car in lease. I bought a car in installment. Okay. That's the correct way. So reducing balance. Nowadays, we have interest-free installments and interest-free leasing like Amana Bank or in HNB or any bank has an Islamic unit. So they give interest-free installment. But many places, whenever you get something for installment, they put interest. That interest is usually calculated under reducing balance. Okay. So this is the scenario. Say there's a TV. TV's price is 600,000. You're paying 100,000 as down payment or advance. That means how much will be the remaining amount? 500,000. No. This 500,000, you're saying I'll break it into 10 installments and pay. Likewise, I'll break it into 10 installments and pay. Then how to do? Okay. How to do reducing balance? So the formula goes like this. First of all, you always calculate the actual loan. In a space, I'll write like here. You always calculate the actual loan. That is total loan minus advance amount or down payment. We can use whatever word we want. Okay. Then I will write the example. Or I'll write the formulas first now. First of all, you calculate the actual loan. Give me a second. Right. Then you calculate something called month units. You calculate something called month units. That can be calculated with this formula. N over 2 into N plus 1. Here, N is number of installed months. Okay. So you calculate something called month units. So now don't try to think what is a month unit, why is a month unit, how is a month unit. Don't need any of those details. But just know this is how you calculate month units. Okay. Then what you do, you calculate loan per month. That you calculate by dividing the actual loan by n. N meaning number of installments. Then what you do? Then you calculate interest per month unit. You calculate interest per month unit using this formula. So actual loan divided by number of this thing into this one. Ape annual interest rate into 1 over 12 over 100. Okay. Right. This is how you calculate interest per month unit. Then you can calculate total interest. So total interest. Total interest means what? Interest per month unit means for 1 month unit, how much is the interest? So total interest is interest per month unit into number of month units. So you calculate month unit here now. Then you find the total loan. That is total interest plus actual loan. Then to find the value of one monthly installment, you divide total loan by number of month units. So if you didn't have this or if you didn't know this, quickly copy this down. I won't let you take a screenshot of this because it's very important. So quickly, very quickly copy this down. Okay, using this, how can we do? So we'll do this question. So first step, always calculating actual loan. That is total loan, how much? The TV's price, 600,000. From that, if you subtract the down payment, advance amount 100,000, total loan is, actual loan is 500,000. Okay. Next, number of month units. I said I will pay this back in 10 installments, no? So number of month units can be calculated using 10 over 2 into 10 plus 1. That is 5 into 11 equals 55. Next, loan per month. So actually this loan per month as a separate thing you don't need to do. You can just use this itself directly. So interest per month unit, that is actual loan, which is 500,000 divided by 10 installments multiplied by annual interest rate. This company's annual interest rate is 12%. Okay. So annual interest rate 12 over 100 into always that is 1 over 12. Okay. That 1 over 12 is always 1 over. Now how to do? You simplify this, 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 and then you can cut this 0, this 0. Interest per month unit is 500 rupees. Okay. After that, I will do the next part up. After calculating, wait, is that part visible? Yeah, no. Okay. After calculating interest per month unit, what do we need to do? Total interest. That is interest per month unit into month units. No. So interest per month unit 500 into month units is 55. So total interest how much? That means 250, 275, 27,500. That is total interest. Then we calculate the total loan. That is actual loan 500,000 plus 27,500 equal 527,500. So then value of one installment, if they ask, then you can write 527,500 divided by 10 equal 52,750 rupees. That's all. Just follow the formula. Directly follow the formula step by step, and then you'll get the answer. That's all. Okay. So write this example somewhere. Take the TV's price and 10 installments, 12% annual rate. Copy this down quickly. Copy the formula. I hope you already did. And then do this question. Copy the example question. So that way, after that, you can actually later, not now, later you can do the question in page number 12. In page number 12, the second question is a reducing balance question. You can do that. Then So any reducing balance question can be done just by using these formulas. It's very easy. Okay. Okay. What I'm gonna do, gonna give you a 10 minutes break. If not, your brain will short fire. Okay. I know we didn't do much yet, but before starting trigonometry, your brain should be fresh. That's what I'll say. So quickly, what you do, what's the time now? 10:40 exactly. So take the break. It's exactly 10 minutes and come back at 10:50 because we are gonna start trigonometry. So if you haven't written this, take a screenshot quickly. We're gonna start trigonometry. Okay. See you back in 10 minutes, guys. Okay, guys. Right. Trigonometry. We're gonna start trigonometry. Trigonometry is very simple. When there's a right angle triangle, there are two theorems, two rules we can apply. One is your very known, very famous Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem. Second thing that can be used in a right angle triangle is trigonometry. So just like how Pythagoras theorem can only be used on a right angle triangle, trigonometry also can be used only on a right angle triangle. Okay, right. What is trigonometry? But before saying what is trigonometry, let me ask you a question. What is Pythagoras theorem? In a right angle triangle, if you know two side lengths, the way of finding the next side length using the Pythagoras theorem, using this formula, is what we call as Pythagoras theorem. No? If you know two side lengths, which two side lengths, any two, with any two side length, we we can find the third side length. This is Pythagoras theorem. Similarly, instead of using two side length, okay, using one length, using one side length and one angle, one side length and one angle, finding other two side lengths. That is trigonometry. That's all. So using two side length, if you find the third one, that is Pythagoras. Using one side length and one angle, if you find the other two side length, that is trigonometry. Simple. That's all. Okay. That's all which that is all there in trigonometry. Now, how can we apply trigonometry? So, like I said, you need at least one side length and one angle. And the triangle needs to be a right angle triangle. So consider this right angle triangle. I'll take this angle as 60 degrees. This angle is 60. So you can find this angle. No, we don't need now, but you can find it using 90 plus 60 plus, if you take it as x equals how much? 180, no? Because internal angles of a triangle equals 180. So by that way, you can say x equals 30. But leave it. We don't need it now. Fine. Right, why not? Let's just take it as 30. It is 30. We'll take that also. So this is 60, this is 30. And I'm going to give you one side length. Let's say this value is 4. So you have one angle and one side length. Or you can take this angle and this side length. You can take any angle and one side length. You have one angle, one side length. Now, how are we going to find these two? Before getting to that, we have to learn trigonometric ratios. There are three trigonometric ratios: sine, cosine, tangent. Simplified and written as sine, cos, tan. Sine means opposite over hypotenuse. Cos means adjacent over hypotenuse. Tan means opposite over adjacent. Now, there are many ways to remember this. Many children use many different ways. The way I use it, I just blindly memorize it. I just memorize this like this itself. But there is another way people say Socato. You might have heard it. It's very famous. Socato, where sine opposite hypotenuse, cos adjacent over hypotenuse. Socato like this, okay? Tan opposite over adjacent. So ka ho. Okay. So either way, these are the three ratios. That means sine can be taken for any angles. Sine is taken for angles only. So you can choose 60 or 30. If I take 60, sine 60 is, I'll name the triangle ABC. Sine 60 is for 60 sine. Sine means opposite of hypotenuse. For 60, opposite is what? Opposite is this, no, AC. So sine 60 is AC over hypotenuse. This is hypotenuse, no? AC over BC. Cos 60 means for 60 cos. What is cos? Adjacent over hypotenuse. What is adjacent for 60? AB. AB over what is hypotenuse? BC. Then tan 60. Tan means opposite over adjacent. What is opposite for 60? What is opposite for 60? AC. What is adjacent for 60? AB. This is sine 60, cos 60, tan 60. Same way we can take 30 also. If you consider 30 degrees, sine 30. So that means what is sine opposite over hypotenuse? For 30, what is opposite? For 30, opposite is AB. So AB over hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is always this only. AB over BC. Cos 30. That means for 30, we are taking cos. So with this angle, you change the way you are looking. Sine 60 means from 60 you have to look. You know, you have drawn eyes, no, in science like this. You might have drawn no, eye. Likewise, sine 60 means you have to look from 60. Sine 30 means you have to look from 30. So sine 30 means you have to look from 30, opposite over hypotenuse. Opposite over hypotenuse. Cos 30 means you have to look from 30. What is cos? Adjacent over hypotenuse. What is 30 is adjacent? AC. So AC over hypotenuse is always BC. Tan 30 means 30 is tan. From 30 you have to look tan. Opposite over adjacent, no. What is 30 is opposite? AB. What is 30 is adjacent? AC. This is how you get the angles. Okay. So sine, cos, tan, fine. Then we'll try out again. if you take this triangle, say this is 90 and this is say 45 degrees. If this is 45, let's say this is A, B, C. Now tell me sine 45, cos 45, tan 45. Tell me sine 45. From 45 you have to look. Sine 45 is how much? Opposite over hypotenuse. So opposite is AC over hypotenuse BC. Cos 45. Cos is what? Adjacent over hypotenuse. What is adjacent for 45? AB over BC. Tan 45. Opposite over adjacent. What is opposite AC? What is adjacent AB? So tan 45 is AC over AB. So this is how you get the trigonometric ratios. Okay. Now there are certain common trigonometric values that you should memorize. But basically we just use the trigonometric table simply. So I'll give you the common values also. So it's like this. 30, 45, 60, sine, cos, tan. Sine 30 is half. Sine 45, 1 over root 2. Sine 60, root 3 over 2. Cos 30, root 3 over 2. Cos 45, 1 over root 2. Cos 60, half. Tan 30, 1 over root 3. Tan 45, 1. Tan 60, root 3. Sine, cos, tan. Okay, these are common values. That means, but if you take a scientific calculator or if you go to Google and search sine 30 value how much, then the answer will be how much? Google will give the answer as half. That means sine 30 equals to half. Same way, sine 60 equals to root 3 over 2. These are common values, known values. Other than that, we can take sine for any angles. Any angles can be taken. Right. So how to find how to use trigonometry, how to apply it? Take this 90 degree. Say this is 60. Okay. Then let's say this one is 10. This length is 10. I am asking BC. My question is find BC. So if you had been given with this side length, say 5 or something, then directly using Pythagoras, you can find BC. But only one side length and one angle has been given. So how to find? So you look from 60. You look from 60 and tell me what are the two things. So they have given AC. They are asking BC. AC is what for 60? For 60, AC, is it opposite or adjacent? For 60, AC is adjacent. They are asking BC. BC is what? BC is hypotenuse. Right? BC is hypotenuse. Tell me which trigonometric ratio out of sine, cos, and tan has adjacent and hypotenuse in them. Which trigonometric ratio has adjacent and hypotenuse in them? Sine, cos, or tan? Yes, very good. Cos. Cos is the trigonometric ratio which has adjacent and hypotenuse. Why? What is cos? Cos equal adjacent over hypotenuse. Then what you do? For 60, you take cos. Cos 60 equal adjacent at AC over hypotenuse what? BC. Okay, no? Now you substitute the values. How much is cos 60? Cos 60 equal half. AC how much? AC equal 10. BC how much? BC only you don't know. Now simple. How to find BC? Cross multiplying. You send BC to this side. You send 2 to this side. So BC equal 10 into 2. BC equal 20 centimeters. So BC is how much? BC is 20 centimeters. This is how you find things using trigonometry. I'll give another example quickly. Take another triangle. Another right angle triangle. Quickly do. Take small time and quickly finish and find AC for me. How to find AC? Okay. How to find? So you look from 30. The given angle is 30 now. So you look from 30 and tell me what are the sides. AC they are asking. BC they've given. So what is AC for 30 degrees? What is AC? For 30, AC is opposite. What is BC? BC is hypotenuse. What trigonometric ratio has opposite and hypotenuse in their name? Sine, no? Sine equal opposite over hypotenuse. So you have to take sine for 30. Sine 30 equals opposite how much? AC over hypotenuse BC. Then you substitute the value. Sine 30 how much? Sine 30 is half. Half equal opposite AC, don't know, over hypotenuse BC 8. So if you want to find AC, what to do? You send the 8 to the other side. Then 8 over 2 equals AC. 4 equals AC. Therefore, AC equals 4 centimeters. So how much is AC? 4 centimeters. Understood? This is how you use trig. Using one length and one angle, you can find any other length and any other angle. Okay? Understood? Right. Now, we'll try a past paper question. But to do past paper question, this is not enough. There's more to be explained. I will explain it with the question. Okay? So take the, turn to page number 17. Turn to page number 17 and look at the question numbered as 5. The question numbered as 5. If I am not wrong, it is the 2021 past paper. I don't remember correctly. I actually did O-levels in 2021. So let's see. I'll erase this now. So they have given some diagram. Okay, this is the diagram. Amal, from the window of a vertical building A, so Amal is here. Now building is A. Amal, from the window A, okay, so Amal is here. And Sumit, from the window S of the building. From the window S of the building, observe a vertical tree FT. Okay, the vertical tree FT located on the same level ground, 50 meters away from the building. So from the building, this is the building now. AB is the building. So from the building, tree is 50 meters away. That means this is 50 meters. The window S and the top key of the tree are at the same level. So these two are in the same level. Okay. So if the tree is like this, so if the building goes like this, Amal is here, Sumit is here. Sumit can see exactly at the top of the tree. Amal observes the top of the tree with an angle of depression 22. Now here we need to learn two more things. Angle of elevation and angle of depression. Depression means not the thing that you feel. You always feel depressed. No. Depression means looking down. Elevation means looking up. So say I am standing here. Then there comes I want to look at the Lotus Tower. Okay. I want to look at the Lotus Tower. Now, where is my eye level? If I stand like this, if I look like this, I'm looking down. If I look like this, I'm looking up. If I'm looking straight, I'm looking like this. No, this is my eye level. I'm not looking up or looking straight. So this is my actual eye level. From this, how much do I have to look up to see the thing? That is what we call as angle of elevation. So from there, how much do I have to look up from my eye level? Okay, not from down, not from somewhere. From my eye level, how much I have to look up? That is angle of elevation. Okay. Now see, again, now I'm standing like this. This is my eye level. Now I want to look at, uh, I want to look at a 1,000 rupee note that's fallen on the ground. I see a 1,000 rupee note. I'm like, what the hell? Whose money is this? So whenever you are walking on the road, you see some money. Obviously, you see like money. Huh? You'll see, with open mouth, you'll see. That kind of thing only gonna happen. So this is my eye level. I want to see down. So from my eye level, how much I am seeing down is my angle of depression. Okay. From my eye level, how much I am seeing down. So from here, I am seeing down. So is this angle of depression? No. My eye level is here. From this, how much I am seeing down. This is angle of depression. Many people confuse and take this as angle of depression. That is not angle of depression, okay? From my eye level, the angle I'm seeing up is elevation. From my eye level, the angle I'm seeing down is depression. So this is depression. That means Amal, from his eye level, if he looks at the tree, he looks at the tree with an angle of depression 22. That means, is this 22 degree? No, no. Amal's eye level is here. So he has to look 22 degrees down to see the tree. Understood? Okay, top of the tree. Copy the figure onto your answer script and include the given information. So now I have given this, right? These two other information that they had given. Have they given anything else? Nothing. Okay. Just for marking these, I'll get 1 mark. Totally 5 mark. No. The whole question 5 mark. For this, sometimes I get 1 mark. Sometimes 2 mark just for marking the exact diagram properly. So understood angle of elevation and depression. If you don't know, copy that down, okay? So angle of depression, mark. Diagram, mark. By using ratios, do the following calculation. By using trigonometric ratios, do the following calculation. That means, what is the calculation? Find the height SA between the two windows S and A. That means they want you to find this height H. Second, the length of a wire drawn from the window A to the foot of the tree. So from A, window A, where Amal is, if you connect a wire and pull it and connect it with the foot of the tree, this wire's length is there, no? That length they want you to find. Okay. That means to do trigonometry, so you have to find these two using trigonometry. To apply trigonometry, what you need? You need a right angle triangle. So to find H, you have to find a right angle triangle where H is a side. To find L, you have to find a right angle triangle for where L is a side. So if you take this triangle, AST, this is a right angle triangle where H is a side, no? See, if I take this triangle, I can take H as a side. To find L, I have to take this triangle, AFB. Here L is a side, no? Meaning this triangle. If I take this triangle, right angle triangle, L is a side. So I have to take these two right angle triangles, the things that I need to find as sides, and use trigonometry to find. So first we'll find H. We'll find H. So they have given this angle, no? This is 22 degree. That is 22 degree. This and this are parallel, no? This is A, okay? And this. These two are parallel. So if this is 22, this is also 22. If this is 22, this is also 22. I need an angle inside the triangle. So this is 22. Therefore, this is also 22 degree. Okay. I found an angle inside the triangle. Now I need a side length. I need two things, three conditions to apply. One condition and two things to find trig. One, right angle. Okay, have. Two, I need an angle inside other than the right angle. Done. 3, I need a side length. I need this only I'm trying to find. I need this side length or this side length. But I can get this side length by this side length only, this side length. This is 50 means this is also 50. So I have one angle, I have one side, so I can find anything else. So using trig we'll find. Now tell me what to do. You have to look from 22. If you look from 22, these are the two things. AS, they are asking. TS, they've given. For 22, what is AS? For 22, AS is opposite. See, opposite. For 22, what is ST? Adjacent. What is the trigonometric ratio that deals with opposite and adjacent? Tan, no? Trigonometric ratio that deals with opposite and adjacent is tan. Why? Tan equal opposite over adjacent. Then you have to take tan for 22 degrees. Tan 22 equal opposite AS over adjacent TS. Now you have to substitute values. Tan 22 don't know, no? Now only we use the thing called trigonometric table. So you have to take your textbook. You will, in your grade 11, part 3 textbook, behind the textbook, there will be something called log table. No, you know log table very well. But likewise, behind the textbook, we will also have trig table called trigonometry table. So quickly get the trigonometry table. Right, trigonometry table. So the way to use trigonometry table is like this. So there are two tables called natural sines, that is sine table, and natural tangents, that is tan table. So just like how you use log only, you use trig. So here main angles are given starting from 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. They won't give like that. They are giving like that. They'll give no. Then 20, 30, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. And then angles will go like that. Here, something called minutes are given. 10, 20, 0, 10, 20, 30, like that minutes. No need to worry. Minutes means an angle divided. You can take 1 degree angle and divide it into 60 minutes. So, for example, you take 1 degree and then 1 degree 1 minute, 1 degree 2 minutes, and then 1 degree 50 minutes after 2, 3, 4, 4, and then 25, 26, 27, 50. 1 degree 58 minutes, 1 degree 59 minutes, and then 2 degree. So just like how an hour has 60 minutes, 1 degree has 60 minutes as well. So you take tan 22, no? So you take the trigonometric table, take the tan table, and find the value for tan 22. If you go like this, somewhere 22 will be there. Then you take 22, 0. Then take the tan value and say. So I don't have a trig table with me. So I'm going to quickly Google the value of tan 22 and say. Right. So if you check properly, tan 22 will be 0.4040. Correct or wrong? Did you get the trig table and check? Yes, very good. Hamna, good. 0.4040 is that value for tan 22. So you found that. Then you put AS. AS is what? You don't know, but AS is what you are trying to find. H. TS is how much? TS is 50. TS is 50, no? So TS is 50. Now if you need to find H, what you need to do? You have to cross multiply. So 0.4040 into 50 equal H. Then the answer is what? 20.2 centimeters is the value of this H. So using trigonometry, we found out this value as 20.2 centimeters. Okay. Understood how to use trigonometry to find a value and understood how to use trig table to find a value. Okay. Now we'll do the next one. Then next they asked L, no? They asked L. Okay. So how to do? So I'll erase this. What was the question? Sorry, was it meters? Yeah, my bad. It was meters, no? It's not centimeter, huh? It's meter. 20.2 meter. It's building, no? It can't be centimeters. So it's meter. Any other doubts? Right. Next thing we need to find is L, length of that wire. So we have to select another triangle where L is a side. Where this side is L, this is 90. Okay. So we have to find, I know this is 50 meters. Right. Now tell me, okay, very good. Now we have to find L. So once again, okay, sorry about that. So we have to find L. Now we chose the triangle that has L as a side. Now what can we do? We have one side length also. Meaning we need three things. Once again, to apply trigonometry, we need three things. Right angle, have one side length. This is 50 now. Third one angle. We have to have one angle. Do we have one angle inside this triangle? Do you have any angle inside this triangle? We have this 22. Do we have this or this? We don't. So any ideas on how we can get that? Tell me. Let's see. If you have any ideas, say it. If not, put in the chat saying don't know. Don't be silent. Say yes. No. Any idea? Don't know. Okay, good. What else? Okay. What else? Right. So what we need to do is from the previous triangle that we obtained. So from the previous triangle that we obtained, we have to get an angle. So wait for a second. That means so this is a triangle where this is H, okay, and this is, I name it A T S, and this value is 50. I found this value as 20.2. This angle is 20. We have to find another angle. Okay, Yusuf, bring me some water. We'll find it. Guys, give me a second. Okay, so there's an important detail that is I missed. The length of a wire drawn from the window A to the foot F of the tree is 60 meters. So they are not even asking L. Okay, so I didn't even read the question properly. They have given L. The length of the wire is 60 meters. See? Find the magnitude of the angle between AF and AB. So AF is this wire, AB is this. They want you to find this angle. They have given the wire. That means this is 60. This only they are asking. I have taken the angle as theta. How to find that? Then we don't even need to take the previous triangle. So using this triangle itself, we can take. So take this angle theta. Now you have to look from theta. What are the sides that are given? 50 and 60. So if I name it A, B, F. So AB, sorry, not AB. FB is 50. That is what? That is opposite. AF is 60. That is what? That is hypotenuse. So what is the ratio that deals with opposite and hypotenuse? sine. Hypotenuse, no. So then for theta, we have to take, I don't know theta, I'll write it as sin theta equal opposite of hypotenuse. Opposite is BF over AF. Sin theta equals, BF is how much? 50. Over AF is how much? 60. So sin theta equals, I can cut this and write 5 over 6. So sin theta is 5 over 6. They are asking theta. Then what do we have to do? We have to take something called sine inverse. Okay, we have to take something called sine inverse. That means theta equals sine 5 over 6. Just like square root. For example, if you have x squared equal 100, if you need to find the value of x, you have to send the square to the other side. No, it will go as what? Same way, if you have logarithm of base 10, x equal 100, not 100, it's like 1.532. You have to take, if you need to find x, you have to take anti-log. No, if logarithm goes to the other side, it becomes anti-log. Same way, if you need to find an angle, you have to send the sine ratio to the other side. It will go as sine inverse. It's called sine inverse. Like anti-log, this is anti-sine. You have to find the value of 5 over 6. So quickly find the value of 5 over 6. So if you divide 0, 0, point. Inside 50, how many 6 are there? 6 8s are 48. 2. Inside 20, how many 6s are there? 3 6s are 18. 2. Then again 3, 3. So theta equals sine inverse 0.8333. Now what do you have to do? You have to take the trig table. Just like finding anti-log, you have to find where is 0.8333 in the sine table. So take the sine table and find 0.8333. Find 0.8333. Where is it? So I don't have the trig table with me. So I'm going to search online. But let's see who gets it correct. 333. So you take the sine table and find where is 0.8333. So it will be in 56 degree, no? Take sine table and look at 56 degrees value. 0.8333 won't be there. Sometimes 0.8333 won't be there exactly. Just like logarithm. What you need to do? You have to find the thing that is closest to 0.8333. So what is the value that is closest to 0.8333 in the trig table, in the sine table? Is it 0.8332? Is it 0.8330? What is the closest value to 0.8333? Guys, tell me. I'm not going to trust you all and your calculations. I'm going to quickly get a look and I'll answer the question. Right. So I opt. So this is book. So we'll see sine table. 0.8333, but 0. Guys, stop talking. Camera. You hearing last? Put in the chat. Just bear with me. There's some coverage issue. Right. Question also, the 10, and we'll finish it off. Okay. That way we can. So the latter part, there was some coverage issue. Oh, okay. I explained it twice, but still the coverage got. Yes. Saying is trigging. We need to find theta. Theta was 0.8333. Then theta is some angle where if you take that angle, sine will be 0.8333. No. Then to find that, you have to find sine inverse 0.8333. Then you take the trig table, you found out 0.8323 was 56 degrees, and 20 minutes was 0.8323. Then how much is less? 10, no? You find that in the mean difference column. If you look at the mean difference column, 10 is there in the 6th minute. Then you add it and say, finally, 56 degrees and 26 minutes is the value for theta. Theta is 56 degrees, 26 minutes. Okay. So this is trig inverse. You find where is 0.833 trig table. And if value, take that value, and then find the difference, add it. Okay. So quick the previous question, and then we can finish it. I have given some diamond type shape here. Okay. And they are saying A, B, C, and D. The figure shows 4 A, B, D located located to the south of is located to the south of A. That means if this is A, you know, D is exactly in A's south. A is here. The coverage keeps getting cut on and off. Right. So this is the diagram. They have said D is in the south of A, and C is to the south of B. That means D is exactly below A and C is exactly below B. The bearing of B from A is 145. That means how to find bearing? You take A's north, and from A, how far is B? What's the angle? Always you check clockwise direction. So this angle is 145. Bearing of B from A is 145. AD equals 20 meters. So that means this AD equals 20 meters. And DC equals 42 meters. DC is 42 meters. Copy the given figure onto your answer script and include the above information in it. Just for drawing these two, you'll get roughly 2 out of 5 marks. So if the whole question is 5 marks, it is 2 marks will be given just for copying this. Okay? 2 out of 5. Now next, using trigonometric ratios, find the distance dB to the nearest whole number. Meaning this is dB. No? Let's take it as x. And they want you to find the value of x using trigonometry. So we'll choose a triangle where x is a side. So I can take this triangle, DBA, ABD triangle, as x as a side. This length is 20. I need this angle, no? This angle is 180. It's a straight line. Here, this is 145. Meaning if this is 145, what is the angle inside it? This is 35, no? This is 145. This is 35. Then only 180. So this angle is 35. This length is 20 meter. We have to find x. Simple, no? How to find using trig? We have to look from 35. Then if you look from 35, dB, don't know. AD, given. dB is what? Opposite of 35. AD is what? Adjacent of 35. What is the trig ratio dealing with opposite and adjacent? Tan. So for 35, you have to take tan. Tan 35 equals opposite. dB over adjacent. AD. So you take the trig book, take the tan table, natural tan, and find the value for tan 35. So tan 35 is 0.7002. So 0.7002 equal dB. We don't know. We'll take it as x over AD. We know that is 20. Now how to find x? We cross multiply. So x is how much? X equal, so we can say 14.0104. 14.0, no, 14.004. 14.004 is the actual value, but they want you to find it to the nearest whole number. Therefore, x is approximately 14 meters. X is 14 meters. Right. Then what? First question done. So for the diagram, you got 2 marks. For this, you got 1 mark. Totally, you already got 3 out of the 5 marks. So that's why I say trig is a very important question. It's easy marks. Don't lose trig. And it's very time saving. It's a question where you won't take much time quickly. If you know the things, you can quickly do. Right. So find the distance dB, done. And show that. Now we need to show, okay, found this. So I'll erase this. dB equal how much? 14 meters. Now we have to show that twice of BCD, 2 times BCD is greater than DAB. So BCD means this angle. I'll say theta. BAD means this angle. That is already 35. We have to show 2 theta is greater than 35 degrees. For that, we have to find theta, no? If we find theta, we can quickly show. So, how to find theta? This is the thing to show. How to find theta? We choose a triangle where theta is an angle. So, I can take this triangle, BDC. This is theta. I know this is 42. I know this is 14. Now, I have to, from theta, I have to take trig. I have to apply. So, for theta, what is this? Opposite. For theta, what is this? Hypotenuse. So what is the ratio that deals with opposite and hypotenuse? Sine. So we can say sine theta equal BD over DC. Sine theta equals 14 over 42. 14 over 42. So first of all, we can simplify this both with 7, no? This is 2. 6 sevens are 42. So this is 6. Then again, we can simplify this. 1, 3. So sine theta equals 1 over 3. Then now we have to simplify this again. Sine theta equals, what is 1 over 3 as a decimal? 0.3333. 1 over 3 is 0.3333, no? So theta equals sine inverse 0.3333. So what you do, you take the sine table and find where is 0.3333 in the sine table. So if you search in the sine table, 0.3333 is not there. 0.3311 is only there. So 0.3311 is there. Then see 0.3311. What is that one's value? 0.3311 is 19 degrees 20 minutes. How much is remaining to get 0.3333? 22, no? So how to find that? So in that mean difference column, find where 22 is. 22 is in the degree 8. 8 minute. So what's the value for theta? Theta equal 19 degree 28 minute. Is that the final answer? No, we have to prove this, no? We have to prove 2 theta is greater than 35. So we found theta. Then we'll take 2 theta. So 2 into 19. So I'll write here properly. 2 into 19 degrees 28 minutes. How much is that? 38 degrees and 56 minutes. This is what? 2 times BCD. How much is BAD? BAD is 35 degrees. Therefore, we can say 2 times BCD is greater. If we have to show like this, 38 degree 56 minutes is greater than 35 degrees. Therefore, twice of BCD is greater than BAD. Okay, that's all. For showing this, you get full marks. It's a quick question. If you have practiced with trig, it's a very quick and easy question. So don't miss it. Okay, fine. So it's time to actually end it. Right. So We weren't able to do much. I know. We had time constraints and connection issues, that, this, blah, blah, blah. So we were able to do as much as possible with the time we had. No. Now your goal is to, what did we discuss? We were able to discuss only two sections, percentage and trigonometry. Go home. You're at home now. So in your home, after the meeting, take the questions that we were able to discuss and recheck it. At the same time, try more questions. Try more and more questions until your O levels. Hereafter, see, you don't have to learn theories. The point is not to learn theory. You are not going to study through learning theories. The time for that is gone. Now what you need to do is practice questions. So you might ask, so okay, some chapters I don't know the theory, so how can I practice questions? Can't know. Right. For that is a common question. For those kinds of things, what you do, you take the question, attempt it, and fail. Fail at attempting because you won't be able to do. Then go and learn the theories related to that. After that, come and attempt the question again. This is how you're going to learn now. You're not going to sit in a corner and take the maths book and read the textbook and study the theories. You're not going to watch videos and study the theories now. That is not the way. You do questions for the things that you don't know how to do, learn the theories, then you try more questions. Honestly speaking, in the last few months of O-level, I was actually in a very poor state. When I was doing my O-levels, I was in a my results weren't that good initially. After that, I got good results. Finally, I got 7 A's and 2 C's. It's a different thing. But in the early stages, I was like taking 1 A, 2 A, something like that. In the last few months, thankfully for my friends, Alhamdulillah, but and after Allah, importantly, my friends, 3 of them especially. Mainly them. I went to their home, studied with them, and they are the ones who helped me to get from here to here. The way I studied was this. Did questions. I didn't know theories. They will explain. They are 9A students, okay? Both of them got 9As. And they went on to A levels and got 3As also. They are bright. We are not that bright now, unfortunately. So what we did, I went there, studied with them. Then they taught then I got wrong. And then they will explain, okay, this is how you do it. Then I try it again. Then I'll get it correct. After a few days, I will try it again. That time I will get it correct. So see, I have learned a new theory without sitting and studying. Without sitting and studying theory, by practicing question, we learn the theory. That is the way you should do. So you learn something. If you have doubts, you can ask your friends, your school teachers, your class teachers, or your siblings. Or this is my number until your exams and after your exams. My number is always open for doubts. Okay. I always say my students and everyone who I teach, or I don't teach, I say everyone that whenever you have any doubts, don't hesitate to contact me. Okay. I'm just a guy trying to help all of you. That's all. So take my number. And if you have any doubts anywhere, any chapter, anytime, message. I won't be free all the time. Yes, obviously. But whenever I get free, I'll quickly check the message and clear your doubt. So always don't hesitate. Feel free to contact me. And then that's it. So next session, Miss Alia will be doing. She will be conducting the part 1 session. So fraction, area, perimeter, those things she'll be doing. So hopefully she'll be able to manage it better than what I did. Anyhow, all the best, guys.